Hello, everybody. Mike here for Game, and welcome back to Zombie Exodus Safe Haven and our continuing playthrough of this brilliant series developed by Jim Totillo. I appreciate all of you joining me, and we're going to continue through the process of selecting all the people who will be part of our party. Because I didn't get a lot of responses from everybody, I'm just going to keep everybody and see how it goes. Maybe through secondary playthroughs, I'll get rid of some people if they're problematic and stuff like that. But for now, we're just going to keep everybody to make the process a little bit simpler. And of course, if you have some opinions and some ideas, excuse me, I was eating a banana just a minute ago. Feel free to leave them in the comments. I appreciate it. All right, let's get going. We're playing for like a good hour here. Welcome. Hope your weekend really well. Let's go with...
Church. Radio button. Unchecked.
Let's collect everybody, and thank you to My Noise BBA for the wonderful sounds.
Select each one at a time. All survivors. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 12.
Okay, we got all survivors checked. Let's go to the next page.
Tommy. Woody. That's all who joined. Next. Button. That's all who joined. Radio. Woody. Radio button. Unchecked. 11 of... That's all who joined. Radio button. Unchecked. 12 of 12.
That's all who joined? I don't know what that means.
Woody. That's all who joined. Radio button. Unchecked. 12 of 12.
Okay, that's unchecked.
Next. Button.
Well, it has all of them, so let's just go next.
Are you forming a relationship with any survivor?
All right, so now we get to form a relationship with any of the survivors. Now, I don't know. Now, I played this before. The relationship thing is kind of useful because they're always on your side, which is really nice. Should we form a relationship? I don't know. It could be good. Let's think about it here.
Are you forming a relationship with any survivor? Yes. Radio button. Check. No. Radio button.
I think
unchecked.
we're going to keep.
2 of 2.
I think we're going to keep everything professional. You know?
Yes. No. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 2.
Let's go no.
Check. Next. Button.
Let's go next.
Unchecked.
All right, what's next here?
How is your relationship with your fellow survivors? Show stats. Button.
All right, now we have to find out what our relationship with our fellow survivors are.
How is your relationship with your... We are becoming like family already. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
Okay, we're becoming like family. That sounds good.
We are friendly. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 5.
We can choose friendly.
We're just getting to know each other. Radio button. Unchecked.
We're just getting to know each other.
We are not too friendly. Radio button. Unchecked.
Ooh,
4 of 5.
that sounds challenging. Some of these are really great.
We're strangers. Nothing more. Radio button. Unchecked.
Ooh,
5
strangers.
of 5.
We'll have to try all different versions.
Next. Button.
Let's just say that we're becoming like family.
Zombie Exodus. Safe Haven. Part 2. Image. How is your relationship with your fellow survivors? Bullet, we are becoming like family already. Bullet, we are friendly. Bullet, we're just getting to know each other. Bullet, we are not too friendly. Bullet, we're strangers. Nothing more. Next. Defenestriden.
Okay, what is this? Let's see what's going on.
Zombie Exodus. Safe Haven. Part 2. Image. Defenestriden. Actions available.
Defenestriden.
Show stats. Button. Zombie Exodus. Next. Button. Next. Button.
Okay, well, I don't know what it means. Oh, well, let me use some rotor action.
Vertical navigate. Form control. Links. Headings. Audio ducking. Volume. Speaking rate. Text selection. Lines. Words. Next. 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 2. Defenestriden. Zombie Exodus. Explore image. Activate. Default. Next. Button. Zombie Exodus. Explore image. Activate. Default. Zombie Exodus. Next. Button. Zombie Exodus. Safe Haven. Part 2. Image. Defenestriden. Explore image.
There's a word there, death and something another. That doesn't matter.
Edit. Vertical navigate. Form controls. Links. Headings.
Let's just go for it.
Next. Button.
Let's go.
Chapter 5. Escape into Apocalypse. Image. Chapter 5.
All right, well, this is chapter 5, so obviously we're not in the first part, but we're starting off at chapter 5, so there must be 4 chapters before this, but it's okay. We're going to start here.
Chapter 5. Escape into Apocalypse. Image. Chapter 5. Actions available.
Let's read this. Here we go.
Chapter 5. Escape into Apocalypse. Image. Chapter 5. For hours and hours into the night, your caravan drives down a quiet 4-lane highway out of nightfall, the place you once called home, now ruled by the infected. Your caravan of friends, neighbors, and relative strangers join together as you set out west through Colorado to find a new safe haven. The highway stretches on for miles lit only by headlights. Though the road is empty of traffic, you move at a careful, steady pace, avoiding debris, abandoned cars, and even bodies of the newly created dead. No other vehicle has passed you coming or going from nightfall. You flip on the radio. Through the static, the only station you reach plays a loop message about a FEMA aid camp outside of Stone Ridge, a small town further down I-70. Time ticks by, and you fight to stay awake with only the hum of motors and occasional howls breaking the silence. You have no destination in mind, but when you reach it, you'll know. Past the exit 37 off-ramp, you spot a blockage crossing all lanes of the highway, forcing your motorcade to slow. Wrecked cars and a small truck lie from end to end in a tangle of metal. Several bodies lie on the road, and there's movement in the back of the white sedan in the middle of the pileup. The darkness hides the details, but in the glow of the sedan's headlights, you see blood splattered on the hood and more on the ground. The 4 vehicles impede any further movement, but the right shoulder of the road lines up with the low field, making it easy for your caravan to pass. On the left, a steep hill of spruce and pine rises tall. The supply truck stops ahead of the accident. Jamie steps onto the highway and kicks the side of the vehicle. In the back of the caravan, a dark blue Cadillac pulls up. You recognize the car from the altercation outside your home the other day between the man in the exterminator van and Reverend Dunbar Church. Your companions soon step out of their cars. Parker stretches his legs. Brody eyes the crash site, and Rachel scans the area. A semi-automatic rifle propped against her shoulder. Woody leans out of the passenger window, rubbing sand from his eyes. You check the fuel gauge on your Bandit Jeep, and the needle sits just above the E. From the dark blue Cadillac walks a short man in a pinstripe suit and pastel pink shirt. When he steps from his car, he dabs sweat off his nearly bald head with a handkerchief. When he sees you looking over at him, he strides towards you, hand waving. His smile spreads wide, showing a gold tooth on the bottom row. Hey there, friend. My name's Dunbar Church. Friends call me Church, which is fitting, since I'm a preacher. I saw you and your group leaving your burnin' home, heading out of town, and thought to follow. Sorry about your home. Once this outbreak madness is over, I can get you help finding new housing. I'm on a committee working with Habitat for Humanity, but there's time to discuss that later, and once we get to a safe location, there's even more to discuss. He turns and waves at Jamie across the caravan. Big man, let me talk to ya for a minute. Before you can say a word to Church, he walks off. As members of the large group congregate on the side of the road, they look around the area and talk to one another. No one makes a move away from the crowd. Stepping from your Bandit Jeep, you survey the scene of the accident and the movement in the white sedan, ignoring anything else for now. Radio button, checked. 1 of 3. Order everyone to draw weapons and secure the area. Radio button, unchecked. 2 of 3. Discuss with Jamie how to proceed. Radio button, unchecked. 3 of 3. Next, button.
All right, we have a choice. So we've got a new person named Church that is just kind of hanging out over here, followed us. I'm a little suspicious about that. So, truth be told, I played this part before when I first played this by myself after doing a first listen. I played it for a while, and I don't think I have a good interaction with this Church person. But I think what we're going to do here is try to keep everything civil. We're all on one side. Zombies are on the other. So, excuse me. What we will do is probably secure the area. We need to be very cautious and not be taking it easy here.
As members of the large, stepping from your Bandit Jeep, you order everyone to draw weapons and secure the area. Survey the scene of the accident and the movement in the white sedan, ignoring anything else for now. Radio button, checked. 1 of 3.
I don't think we should do that.
Stepping from, survey the scene of the accident and the movement in the white sedan, ignoring anything else for now. Radio button, checked.
I don't want to ignore everything. We need to secure.
Order everyone to draw weapons and secure the area. Radio button, unchecked. 2 of 3.
Order everybody to draw weapons and secure the area. That's, I think, a good plan.
Discuss with Jamie how to proceed. Radio button, unchecked. 3 of 3.
Okay, so if we talk with our party members, that makes them have confidence in us. So that's another thing you have to be aware of in this game, that developing relationships with people is important. That means talking to them, asking them their opinions, getting suggestions and feedback is important.
Next, button. Discuss with Jamie. Order everyone to draw weapons and secure the area. Radio button, unchecked. 2 of 3.
Let's just draw weapons. All right, everybody, pull out your weapons. Let's get going. Let's secure this area. Everyone, right now, move.
Survey the scene. Order everyone to draw weapons and secure the area. Radio button, unchecked. 2 of 3. Checked. Discuss with Jamie how to... Next, button. Once, you march to the center of the group and wait for everyone to close the circle around you. Okay, listen up. We need to make groups, so we have some people on watch duty, while the others search all these cars.
All right. All right, everybody, we're going to form groups. I want everybody to stay sharp and frosty. Pay attention to your surroundings and watch your crossfire. Watch your swinging arcs. Be careful. Let us know if you see any undead. All right, so now we're going to form some groups, and this is going to take a minute. I remember doing this before, and it was quite a long process. Let's go here.
Well, who's doing what? Kelly asks.
All right, let's find out. Let's go through the lines of what's going on here.
You march to the center of the group and wait for everyone to close the circle around you. Okay, listen up. We need to make groups, so we have some people on watch duty. Well, who's doing what? Kelly asks.
All right.
I was getting to that. You reply. Who's doing what? Kelly asks.
All right, so Kelly is a girl, I do believe. Okay, so let's see. The voice for Kelly is going to be a little bit snarky, and she's going to be like, question my thought. Okay.
Who's doing what? Kelly asks.
Let me see if I can get this right here. Who's doing what? Give her snarky kind of attitude.
I was getting to that. You reply. Who here has a weapon, and who knows how to shoot?
I was getting to that. Now, who has a weapon and who knows how to shoot? Though I should already know this already, right? Because we're getting to be family.
I'd like to do watch duty, but I don't have a gun, Parker says.
Okay, Parker. We'll make Parker kind of like Dawn of the Dead, kind of like the guy at the gun shop, kind of like that. So he's kind of nice, friendly, but wants to help. Let's go with Parker. We'll have like a friendly male voice. We'll go with.
I'd like to do watch duty, but I don't have a gun, Parker says.
Let's go with. I'd like to do guard duty, but I don't have a gun. I'm a good shooter.
I don't have a rifle, but I'm a good shot, Madison says.
And Madison, another female. We're gonna go with just good-natured, friendly. Somebody everyone could talk to easily. Let's go with like a kind of a sweet kind of voice here.
I don't have a rifle, but I'm a good shot, Madison says.
I don't have a rifle. Okay.
I don't have a rifle, but I'm a good shot, Madison says.
Oh, but she can shoot, so let's give her a little edge. Okay. I don't have a rifle, but I can shoot real good. My daddy taught me.
Murmurs flow through the circle, so you try to regain their attention. Everyone, please, listen to me.
He doesn't know what he's doing, man. He's just giving him time. He's just learning. He's trying to be leader. All right, everybody, calm down. We're going to get everybody a weapon, and we're going to secure this place.
Yo, chill out. Jaime's voice booms, quieting a large group. Form up 2 groups. On this side, we want all of you with the firearm over here, and everyone else over there.
And then Jaime will be boisterous, kind of rough, and as I recall when I played this the first time, I didn't play it all the way through, mind you. I didn't get very far. So just so you know, I played for a few hours, and most of the time I spent was selecting groups to do things. So, and many disasters occurred. But I don't want to spoil it for you. But let's go. Jaime is going to be, I'm going to say loud, a little bit on the macho side, but also directive, good, strong leadership. Okay, Jaime.
Murmurs, yo, chill out. Jaime's voice booms, quieting a large group.
But he's saying,
on this
yo,
side, we want all of you with the firearm over here, and everyone else over there.
Yo and chill out's pretty dated vernacular. So I'm assuming he's a little closer to a boomer than anything else. So I'm going to have him talk like a dad kind of thing, so he's going to, but he has a little bit of training in the military. So he has some training, and I know there's stories for all of them. So you don't have to leave me a comment that says he's this. It's like, I'm doing it myself. I'm making up my own personalities for them. All right. So Jaime's going to say, yo, everybody chill out. Everyone with a weapon on this side and everyone without a weapon on that side. All right. So that's going to be Jaime.
2 groups form on either side. On your right stand Brody, Reverend Church, Riley, Jamie, Nathan, Dante, Driver, Rosie, Lopez, Tommy, Rachel, and Woody. On your left are Bailey, Kelly, Benji, Jillian, Madison, and Parker. Nora remains in the Chevy, the classic car with folded back.
All right. So we have several people without weapons. We have several people with weapons. But we got to be careful. Some of these new people also want weapons, but they seem a bit sketchy. I don't want to give anybody valuable weapons that we might need, but we need to make sure everybody's armed. All right. So we're going to have to this is going to take a while. So I do know a lot of you may not have, the time to go to watch me make all selections, but that's the whole point of this series. I gave this series long enough for it to be played by everybody. I wanted to make sure that anything that new that came out, all of you had plenty of time to play it so that when I play it, I'm not spoiling it for you. But keep in mind, there are spoilers. So if you are planning on playing this game, feel free to play it first and then come back and watch my Let's Play. But if you are also a person that is impatient and you don't want to sit through all those preliminary steps, you can always fast forward or you can watch it while you're doing something else. But this is going to take a minute. So, let's see.
Once the groups are separated, Jamie addresses the crowd. All right, y'all, listen up again. Go ahead, game.
All right, so now looks like once the groups are separated,
2 groups form on either side. Once the groups are separated, Jamie addresses the crowd. All right, y'all, listen up again. Go ahead, game.
All right, y'all, listen up. Game's in charge. Go game. All right, thank you all. Thank you, Jaime.
You step ahead of Jamie and continue your orders. Everyone with a gun should spread out around the accident and our caravan and watch out for zombies, other survivors, and vehicles coming. Everyone else, scavenge through those cars in that truck.
All right, set up a perimeter. Don't let anything get by any of you. Get your eyes on those woods. Get your eyes on the road. If you see any humans, not just undead, any humans, they're likely to be more dangerous. I want you to keep an eye on those folks first. Sort them out. Make sure they're not undead. And do not let anybody come into camp. Do not let anybody join us who's bit. We don't know how fast they turn. We need to be careful. All right. We also need to take care of these vehicles. Make sure we get anything of use out of them and loot them. And make sure there are no people in there that are bit. So be careful. There could be zombies in those vehicles. So I want you all to be incredibly careful. Remember, if you've been bit, you are most likely going to turn. I don't want anybody to have any fantasies about that. If I am bit, it's it for me. It's better to take a bullet, folks, than turn and kill your friends. So if you are bit, let us know. We'll try to make it as painless as possible for your passing. But understand, you are as good as dead. All right. So let's see what we do next here.
Do it, Jamie yells, and the two groups move out to their assigned tasks. You step ahead of Jamie and continue your orders. Everyone with a gun should spread out around the... Do it, Jamie yells, and the two groups move out to their assigned tasks.
Do it, everybody, now! You heard, game! Everyone spreads out.
Jamie turns to you. Let's take that white sedan. I think there's a zombie in it.
Hey, game, let's take that sedan. While they take care of the perimeter, I think there's something in that car. I don't trust it. Looks very suspicious. Got blood splattered all over it. And it's definitely someone died in there. A lot of people were trying to exit from the city back when everything went down. So a lot of people died out here on the road, probably bandits and everything else. It was mayhem, you know. Yeah, that's a good idea, Jamie. Let's go check it out.
You follow Jamie to the car. As you reach the white sedan, a body rams into the side window, rattling the glass. The signs of infection haven't affected her like the others you've seen. She wears a business suit, and her hair looks perfectly coiled in a bun. Her gold-painted nails scratch the window, and lipstick smears behind it as she gnashes her teeth on the transparent surface. But it's easy to see the changes. Gold rings slide over her long fingers. Blue eyeshadow has smudged into purple blobs, and a bone in her collar juts up and holds her pearl necklace off her neck like it's strangling her.
Oh, God, look at her. She looks like she's going to a business meeting. She's still got rings on. Those rings look pretty fat. Focus, Jamie. We are not in this for money. We need supplies, money, guns. Well, we might need some money. Who knows? We should collect everything. Well, that might be something we consider. Some people might want money, but I think the most important thing is guns and supplies. Right now, watch her teeth and her fingers. Those are some pretty wicked nails she has. All right, boss, you got it, game.
Stand back, game, Jamie says and raises his submachine gun. He fires once through the window, and the woman flops back across the two front seats. Go ahead and search it if you want. I'm gonna check on the others.
All right, step back, game. The bullet flies through the window and kills her instantly. Well, re-kills her.
The zombie woman lies across the two front seats, sprawled with a gunshot through her left eye. The blood and eyeshadow mix to make the shape of the wings of a bloated, blue and brown butterfly. It's almost hard to look at her, not because she was infected or lies dead, but she looks so lifelike in her death. Her face maintains the illusion of life, and it almost disturbs you how she appears unmarked by the virus. But not after a submachine gun round goes through her head. She doesn't look undisturbed. On the dashboard over the steering wheel, you find a Michael Kors designer handbag. You dump its contents, $320, a few cigarettes, a lighter, a package of painkillers, and a can of pepper spray. In your search of the rest of the car, you find several more items. Mechanical tools lie in the trunk, along with a few small metal scraps. Under the back seat, tucked in a plastic bag are bottles of shampoo and sunscreen, and a fresh bar of soap. A receipt shows they were bought months ago. You lift the cup holder between the two front seats and spot a pair of handcuffs. The key sitting in the lock. A piece of pink ribbon is looped around it in a bow. All right, cool. Looks like she had quite a few things. Got some handcuffs here. Jamie says, that could be useful. Well, we could definitely put those to use in case we catch a prisoner or something. Or if we need to close off a door. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to grab everything. No other survivors or infected from the accident remain alive, and your group continues to scavenge through all the vehicles and place items in a pile on a blanket near the supply truck. All right.
We were grabbing all the supplies. And just to be on the safe side, I think we should probably, if you see any zombies, push them with a stick first before you get close. Don't put your hands on them. Don't grab them. Don't carry them over your shoulder. Don't step over them. They could reach up and grab you and bite you. They're ridiculously fast and strong, and they don't feel pain. Put a knife through their head, and if you have the spare bullet, put it right through their temple, but be careful. If you don't make a clean brain shot, they could get up. People acknowledge me from a distance. Some just look at me with dumbfounded expressions, while others clearly take note of my instructions and move about the site.
More movement from off-road draws your attention. Two figures sit at the trunk of the broad tree some 20 yards back from the highway. One points the long barrel of a gun to the sky, while the other sits on the side, unmoving and gazing at the highway.
Who are those dudes up there? Hey, Jamie, who are those guys? You see them over there? One with the lone gun?
No one else seems particularly worried about the pair in the field, so you decide to walk over as they might have gear you can take. Stepping from the crash site, you walk towards the shoulder of the road. Woody and Riley march beside you, and Rachel lags behind. Stay here for now, she says to Benji. If either of them are injured, we'll call for you.
Benji, stay here. We'll let you know if they're injured. You need to stay back, okay?
Benji nods in frustration and steps out of the camper. He adjusts a suitcase tied to the top of the vehicle.
All right, I will. I'll just make sure our load is tight.
Before you can reply, Riley strides ahead through the field. Eyes on the two strangers. You see they remain still, and the armed one keeps the weapon pointed away. Two large knapsacks sit beside the tree, and another smaller one is propped behind the woman's head like a pillow. Moving into the field, you consider your motive for approaching the two strangers.
All right, these two strangers look very sus.
They could be hurt and need attention. Radio button. Check. 1 of 6.
I don't care if they're hurt and injured. We're not about to die for some altruistic kind of endeavor here.
It's too early to ignore people that need our help. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 6.
Radio button, uncheck, ignore them, maybe.
There's safety in numbers. They might join our group if we help. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 6.
I don't know if I want anybody else joining. They're strangers, and strangers are stranger danger.
They could be dangerous, and if given the opportunity, attack our group. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 6.
They could be dangerous.
To learn more about what happened at this accident. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 6.
Learn more about what happened at this accident. Yeah, we could ask them. But let's just be on the cautious side and look at them like danger. We gotta be cautious.
They could be dangerous, and if given the opportunity, attack our group.
Let's,
To learn more about what happened at this they could be dangerous, and if given the opportunity, attack our group. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 6.
Check that.
Check. To learn more about what happened at this accident. Radio button. Unchecked. They have gear we can use. Radio button. Unchecked. 6 of 6.
Yeah, but we need to be careful first.
Next. Button.
Let's go next.
Two strangers on the side of an accident could pose a threat, especially since at least one is armed. This could be a setup for an ambush, or these two might be infected. Either way, you're being proactive to reduce the risk to your group.
Yeah, that's right.
As you move closer to the spruce tree, the man rises to his knees and lowers the barrel of the gun above your heads. Even in the darkness, you can tell he has blonde, almost white hair which falls past his shoulders, a thin beard, and wire-rimmed glasses. As you reach a short distance from the pair, Riley lifts his shirt to show a pistol tucked into his belt. Don't worry, this guy tilts that rifle at us, and he's tree food.
If that guy points his rifle at us, he's dead, and he's tree food. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna put him down. Yeah, cool your jets, Riley. These might be folks we can work with. Let's just take it slow, nice and slow. But if he does point that gun at anybody, put him down quickly. You got it.
If he flinches, shoot him. We can't take any chances, you say.
If he flinches, put him down.
The woman on the ground flinches, and vomit expels in a gush from her mouth. Chunks of red and green hit the grass. She wheezes and fights to draw breath, which turns into a coughing fit. Through harsh fits of air, she murmurs, "Finn, hell." The man turns his full attention to her. Layla, Layla, he yells, and as he shouts her eyes pop open. Her hand reaches to his face, and her lips part with a low moan.
Layla, come, oh girl, you all right?
I rush in and help however I can. Radio button, check, 1 of 7.
All right, we are not helping this. I've seen this play out before. You want to save your zombie girlfriend? Be my guest. We're not getting bit for this.
What's wrong with her? I ask, stopping a short distance from the strangers. Radio
I know
button,
what's wrong
uncheck,
with her.
2 of 7. Stand back and observe, drawing my sledgehammer just in case. Radio button, uncheck, 3 of 7.
I think sledgehammer possible.
Drop your weapon and raise your hands. I shout, raising my sledgehammer. Radio button, uncheck, 4 of 7.
Well, we want that weapon, but we also, maybe this guy's still not bit.
Watch them while I grab their knapsacks. I whisper to my companions. Radio button, uncheck, 5 of 7.
We're not a thief.
Kill her. No need to take any chances. Radio button. Unchecked. 6 of 7.
Yeah, we should kill her, but then he could act wild.
Kill them both. They're of no use to us, but their stuff will come in handy. Radio button. Unchecked. 7 of
We're
7.
not a murder hobo.
Next. Button.
Let's go.
Kill them both. Kill them both. They're of no use to us. Kill her. No need to take any chances.
Let's kill her.
Kill her. No. Kill them both. They're of no use. Kill her. No need to take any chances. Radio button. Unchecked. 6 of 7.
Let's kill her.
Check.
And then we need to be careful with him because he's going to be very, very salty.
Kill them both. Next. Button. There's a high probability of this woman turning into a zombie at any moment, and there's no way you're standing around to watch it happen.
All right. Well, she's already turned, probably.
I use my sledgehammer. Radio button. Check. 1 of 3.
All right. So now we're going to combat. So we got our sledgehammer. I've been dying to loose that thing on somebody's brain.
I use my baseball bat. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 3.
Baseball bat's my backup weapon.
I bash her head in with a rock. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 3.
That's my Walking Dead baseball. What's that character? I can't remember it from The Walking Dead. The guy with the spiked baseball bat. I'm going to have to name my sledgehammer. I think I'm going to call my sledgehammer. I'm going to call my sledgehammer I'm going to call her Thumper. All right. She's going to be Thumper. Yeah, Thumper. Yeah, that's going to be the name of my sledgehammer. All right, it's time to put Thumper to work. All right, let's go.
Next. Button. I use my baseball bat. Radio. I use my sledgehammer. Radio button. Check. 1 of 3.
Now, that's what they need to add in this game. Nicknames we can have for our weapons. I think that would be a really great update. All right, let's...
I bash her head in. Next. Button. I bash her head in with a rock. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 3.
I'm not using a rock. Put sledgehammer. Thumper all the way.
Next. Button.
Let's go. Thumper.
Turning. You raise the sledgehammer and step towards Layla. Seeing this, Finn raises both hands to wave you back.
Hey, stop. She's fine. She ain't fine, dude. She's turning.
Wait. I know what you're doing, and it needs to be done, but I just want to say goodbye.
Wait. I just want to say goodbye to her. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute.
Maybe you could give them a moment. Woody states, hands tucked in his pockets, unable to look on the two strangers.
All right, so Woody, I'm going to say Woody is a reasonable person. He's got that kind of Woody Harrelson look from like, kind of like, well, he's not hardcore like the Woody Harrelson from, like that zombie movie that he's in that I love so much. I can't remember the name of that zombie movie. I'm going to say this Woody's a little bit nicer. Maybe give him like 30-something, 40-something dad voice, kind of like this. The voice of reason. So Woody's going to be like...
Wait, maybe you could give them a moment. Woody states, hands tucked in his pockets, unable to look on the two strangers.
All right, he's shy a little bit. Okay, so...
Turning for a moment to Riley, he nods towards... Maybe you could give them a moment. Woody states, hands
Let's
tucked
go
in his
with,
pockets, unable to look on the two strangers.
Let's go with his voice. Hey, Game, could we give him a moment? I mean, she means something to him. I mean, we can let them say goodbye. Woody, I don't think so. If she bites him, we could lose another possible survivor. Hey, stay away from her.
Turning for a moment to Riley, he nods towards Layla and mouths the words, do it. On the other hand, Rachel is nowhere to be seen. Maybe you could... Turning for a moment to Riley, he nods towards Layla and mouths the words, do it. On the other hand, Rachel is nowhere to be seen.
All right.
Go ahead and say goodbye, Finn. I say, it's the right thing to do. Radio button. Check. 1 of 4.
All right. We have to decide if we're going to let them say their goodbyes. I don't think so.
Make it fast, Finn. I say, I don't want this guy to turn aggressive. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 4. Sorry, Finn. It's too dangerous to wait. I say and kill Layla. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 4.
Yeah, we're killing her.
I kill her now. I don't care what he wants. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 4.
We should say something to honor and respect, but we need to do this fast.
Next. Button. I kill... Sorry, Finn. It's too dangerous to wait. I say and kill Layla. Radio button. Unchecked.
Let's
3 of 4.
Check that
Check.
one. All right. Let's go ahead. And I do love how clean these check boxes are. Really excellent.
I kill her now. Next. Button.
Let's go. Let's kill her.
Finn, hold on. Wait. Finn says and holds his hands out.
What are you holding your hands out? Enough of this.
As he blocks your path, Rachel pops out on the opposite side of the tree and grabs his shirt over his shoulder and pulls him away. His body jerks back, but Rachel eases her approach. Her arm slides around his waist, and she guides him to sit a few feet away.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. You got it, game. We'll make Rachel kind of like a little stealthy, kind of like, kind of like a little stalker, kind of like a little bit of a ninja type, little assassin kind of type like that. Very cooperative, good team player. Works with me really well. So I think we're gonna make Rachel like that. They give her like a little kind of quiet, underspoken, breathy kind of voice, like, all right, Gabe, take him out. Take her out. All right, I think like that, but intelligent, and she's very quick-witted. Not quick-witted, she's very decisive. She acts very decisively. Make her personality like that.
It's okay, she says and takes his head in her hands, angling as he blocks your path. It's okay, she says and takes his head in her hands, angling him to look at her alone.
What's that
Everything is all right.
sound? It's like it has a little sound in the dialogue. Like there's a little sound effect placed in there. That's cool. I wonder if they're going to have more sound effects placed in.
As he blocks, it's okay, she says and takes his head in her hands,
sounds like
angling him to look at her alone. Everything is all right.
All right. Let's see if I can incorporate this.
As he blocks, it's okay, she says and takes his head in her hands, angling him to look at her alone. Everything is all. When he's calmed down, Rachel lets him go, but he stays looking down the field. You raise the sledgehammer and bludgeon the crown of her head. She slumps over, head tilted up, eyes closed. 2 teardrops, darkened with blood, fall along her cheeks.
All right. Let's go with okay. All right. Here we go. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. It's gonna be over really fast. Game will take care of her. He'll show her the respect she needs. She's not here anymore. You gotta let her go, okay? Look at me. Don't look. Don't look at her. Look at me. She's gone. My girlfriend, I loved her. And she still loves you. What are they gonna do you no good if you get bit by her? Trust me, then we're gonna have to put you down. You don't want that. Live on for her, okay?
With the deed done, the stranger looks up at you, his eyes droop, mouth parted. He leans forward and kisses Layla's forehead, lingering for a long moment with his eyes closed. A hard breeze blows petals across the grass, and as the wind swirls before the trees, you feel cold. Finn kisses the dying woman's cheek and rises, taking up the rifle at the last moment like an afterthought. All eyes watch as he passes, and his eyes stare straight ahead to the road and the accident and your group members as they scavenge the wreckage.
All right.
With Finn gone, you do a quick check of Layla's body and find only a small photo strip of her and Finn taken in a photo booth, showing them posing in silly ways and a final frame of a passionate kiss. You leave the photo on the ground.
What a waste. Young lovers separated by death and death again.
Rising, you round the trees and look for the knapsacks. Both are gone. Turning to face the road, you spot Rachel carrying them towards her companions.
All right, Rachel's got the goods. That's good.
Woody shuffles over and stares at the woman's body. Shame it had to happen. She seemed like a nice lady. Not sure about her feller, though. I'm keeping an eye on him. He walks away a few paces and waits for you.
Yeah, it's a shame. She's such a beautiful young lady, dying like that. We had to put her down, though. You did the right thing, game. Thanks, Woody. I think you should have gave that fella a little bit more time to say his goodbyes. You seem like you want to maybe step up a little bit and lead this group. You're going to have to consider that some folks, they're not ready to move on yet. Yeah, I know, Woody. I'm not used to being in charge, kind of. I mean, this is rough on all of us. Yeah, well, I'll see you over there. Be careful. I'm going to keep an eye on this boy. He doesn't seem right in the head. I think her dying might have messed him up a little bit inside. Yeah, let me know if he starts acting weird or anything like that. If we need to, we'll deal with him. Yeah, you got it, game. All right, see you in a minute. Thanks, Woody.
Riley paces near a crop of bushes and kicks a mound of dirt. When you walk near him, he gives you a side glance. How weak is that guy? Couldn't put his lady out of her misery. He won't last long.
All right, so Riley's a guy. Okay, I thought Riley was a girl. Okay, so Riley, because Riley's kind of a male or female or non-binary name. Could be anything. So I kind of wish these guys all had pronouns. All right, so let's say Riley as a guy. I just know so many Rileys that are girls. All right, so let's go with, not so many, but I just mean all the Rileys I've met have been girls. So let's try to get my brain around another guy voice. Let's go with So this Riley sounds a little impatient, a little angry, a little stressed, a little PTSD. So I'm gonna go with a kind of an angry kind of like voice, maybe a little high pitched, maybe like that, with a bit of a anger streak. Okay, here we go.
How about that guy, man? He's so useless. Couldn't even kill his own woman, man. She turned.
Yeah, calm down, Riley. Not everybody's ready like us.
Yeah, he's useless, man. We should have killed them both.
Nah, we did the right thing. Let's take it step by step. If he had been in danger, we would have put him down. Trust me on that one.
You're too soft, game. You're gonna wind up getting stabbed in the back by one of these fools.
Yeah, noted.
Just because he couldn't kill his girlfriend doesn't make him weak. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
All right, so we need to have a conversation to just calm down Riley, who's a little fired up. So, shall we go with the compassionate route or more like in charge route? So,
Riley paces near a crop of... Just because he couldn't kill his girlfriend doesn't make him weak. Radio button. Check.
So the
1 of 5.
first response is to kind of like placate him a bit, compassion, empathy, which will probably get us some stats in that.
So you could kill your mother if she was infected? Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 5.
Yeah, we can reason with him. We're not mentioning anything about his mother.
Have you ever been in love? Riley? Killing the one you love is no simple matter. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 5.
Yeah, we would probably say that being in love with somebody and then having to kill them and, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, I guess. I say. Just not to discuss this any further. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 5.
Yeah, we could just wrap this conversation up. True. I don't want to get into a philosophical discussion here. We're survivalists. We're going to keep the conversation the banter to a minimum.
I totally agree. He's not going to survive long. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 5.
No, we're not going to do a little collusion here. We're going to keep our opinions to ourselves.
Next. Button.
Let's go
I totally agree. He's not going to survive long. Yeah, I guess. I say. Just not to discuss this any further.
Let's just not discuss this any further.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I guess. I say. Just not to discuss this any further. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 5.
Let's check that one.
Check. I totally... Next. Button.
Let's go next.
Leave her. Riley kicks dirt off his shoe and starts toward the crash site. See you back at the cars.
See you back at the cars, game. Thanks for listening. Anytime, Riley. Just let me know. Yeah.
Marching to the crash site, you cross the low field of grass with moonlight on your back. Sounds of the night forest blend into background music, the sway of trees, the buzz of insects, the call of birds. Enough ambient light exists for you to see. The haze off the asphalt rises and obscures the scene. But as you draw closer, Jaime's tall figure comes into focus. Up ahead, your group moves about the accident, picking through each vehicle in turn. Stepping onto the highway, you glance at Finn, who's sitting on the hood of a car.
All right. And of course, we have the appropriate sounds thanks to My Noise BBA. Perfect music for zombie content creation. So thank you, My Noise BBA. You can find it in the description along with this game, Zombie Exodus Safe Haven. You can find everything in my description. Consider liking if you like these videos and subscribing if you'd like to make sure you're notified when new videos come out. This series will be running on every Tuesday, so I just wanted to get all that information out to you. And if you're here to this point, you are a true survivor. All right, I think we have more time, so let's just keep going.
At your bandit jeep, you spot Rachel by her group's camping trailer, going through the 2 knapsacks she carried away from the couple.
All right. Hey, Rachel, what you got?
As she hands items to Nathan and Bailey, you watch what she's doing for a while longer. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Radio button. Check. 1 of 9.
All right. I'm sure Rachel knows she needs to spread that stuff out among everybody. I'm not going to, helicopter over my people. We're like family, so let's continue with that thought process.
Walk closer until she sees me. I don't want a confrontation, but I want her to know I'm watching. Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 9. Let Rachel continue what she's doing. She's probably divvying everything up for the entire group. Radio button. Unchecked. 3
Let's
of 9.
trust her. She seemed very trustworthy.
Leave her alone. Those knapsacks are for whomever got them first. Radio button. Unchecked. 4
No,
of 9.
no. We're going to share.
Ask why she is stealing from Finn. We shouldn't be robbing anyone during the outbreak. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 9.
We just did him a favor, so as far as I'm concerned, everything he has is ours.
Confront her. Those supplies are for the whole group, not just her people. Radio button. Unchecked. 6 of 9. Ask if she's planning to share the supplies or not. Radio button. Unchecked. 7 of 9. Walk over and take the knapsacks. This is my group. I decide where supplies go. Radio button. Unchecked. 8 of 9.
We're not going to get that confrontative.
Walk over and take the knapsacks. Those supplies are mine. Radio button. Unchecked. Next. Button.
Let's go
walk
with...
Over, walk over. Ask if she's planning to share the supplies. Confront her. Those supplies are... Confront her. Those supplies... Ask why she is stealing from Finn. Ask why she is stealing from Finn. Leave her alone. Those knapsacks are for whomever got them first. Leave her alone. Those knapsacks are for whomever got them first. Let Rachel continue what she's doing. She's probably divvying everything up for the entire group.
I think that's the best bet.
Let Rachel continue what she's doing. She's probably divvying everything up for the entire group. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 9.
Let's check that
Check.
button.
Leave her. Ask if she's. Walk over and take. Walk over. Next. Next.
Let's
Button.
go next.
Ask. You hang back a few car lengths away and watch what she's doing out of curiosity. You trust she's working on the group's behalf.
All right, we're giving her trust. I hope it's not misplaced.
From the first bag, Rachel draws out several cans of food and hands them to Bailey, who stacks them on a fold-up panel from the trailer. When they finish with the cans, they sort out more from the first bag: men's clothing, bottles of water and beer, personal hygiene products, shoes, and other small items. And then she goes through the other knapsack. When the items are all separated into piles, Rachel hands them off to Nathan and Bailey. In turn, they walk among your group, handing out items to various people. To Woody goes clothing, to Brody goes shoes and a soda, while Madison receives a chocolate bar and Parker gets medicine.
That's what I'm talking about. Rachel's a player after my own heart. Good job, Rachel. Rachel, good work. No problem, game. I got you back. All right, everybody. Get your supplies secured down. Let's make sure this perimeter is safe. If anybody sees any more survivors, I want you all to go as groups together to each of them. Don't go alone. Have at least a couple with you. I want somebody on Overwatch who's good with a long-distance range weapon of some kind.
After the items have been distributed, Nathan arrives in front of you, holding out a bottle of water. Hi, game. We found some food and water. Where should we put it?
Hey, game. Got some food and water. Where should we put everything?
I'll take them. I say and use it for the group. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
All right. What do we do here? So we can do the group.
I'll take them. I say and keep it for myself. Radio
Keep
button.
for
Unchecked. 2
myself.
of 5.
Nope.
Put them in Jaime's vehicle. That's where our group inventory is being stored. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 5.
This is a hard decision. Where is our group inventory being kept? I don't really know.
Ask Jamie. He's in charge. Radio button. Unchecked. 4
We
of 5.
can defer to Jamie.
It's up to Rachel. She's in charge. Radio button. Unchecked.
We
5
can
of 5.
say Rachel's in charge. She seems to know what she's doing.
Next. Button.
I don't really know.
It's up to Ask Jamie. He's in charge. Radio
I
button.
don't want
Unchecked.
to-
4 of 5.
I feel like the water and stuff, maybe we should let Rachel be in charge of this part.
Put them in Jaime's vehicle. That's where our group inventory is being stored. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 5. I'll take them. I say and keep it for I'll take them. I say and keep it for myself. I'll take them. I say and use it for the group.
Well, we could use it for the group. There's multiple answers here that could be good.
I'll take them. I say and use it for the group. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
Yeah, we could use it for the group. I don't want anybody getting mad.
After the items have been distributed, I'll take them. I say and use it for the group. Radio button. Check. 1 of 5.
Okay, let's use it for the group. That sounds fine.
I'll take them. I say put them in Jaime's vehicle. Ask Jamie. It's up to Rachel. She's in charge. Radio button. Next. Button.
Let's go next.
You got it. Nathan says, taking a small bag of canned food and storing it in your bandit jeep.
All right. Well, you put some food in my Jeep. That's fine. Doesn't seem like it raised any problems.
Next. Button. You got it. Nathan says, taking a small bag of canned food and storing it in your bandit jeep.
All right.
Next.
Let's
Button.
go next.
Next. Button. The glow of the rising sun breaks over the horizon as your group gathers once again at their vehicles, ready to continue the journey along the highway. You glance over at Finn, who's been in the same spot since he reached the highway, sitting cross-legged, elbows on his knees, fingers steepled together.
This Finn character is not doing much here. He's supposed to be doing... He needs to get a weapon. He needs to do some work.
Excited voices draw your attention to the dark blue Cadillac, and you turn to see Kelly and Parker at the back bumper, the license plate reading, M4NOFG0D.
All right.
There's something in the trunk. Kelly shouts and slams her hands against the latch.
Uh-oh. All right, everybody. There's something in that trunk. Move back.
No, leave it alone. George yells, his voice cracking at the high pitch, and he runs across the crash site towards his car. Don't open it.
Hey, no. Don't open it. Please, no.
Parker takes 2 sizable steps away from the Cadillac. Whatever's in there is moving.
All right.
All of your companions rush to the Reverend's vehicle, and as you draw close, you see the back of the Cadillac shaking side to side and hear heavy pounding from inside the metal trunk. Kelly bounces her hip into the trunk's latch, muscles in her arms straining to lift it. Someone is in there. She yells, "Don't worry, I'll get you out. You're safe now."
Somebody's in there. I'll get him out. Also, Kelly is going to be very naive. So let's say she's going to have like maybe a girlish kind of voice, you know, kind of like she's not like Rachel. Rachel's a little bit more street smart, a lot more street smart. Kelly's kind of young. Maybe she's, again, like I said, not realizing that if something's bouncing around in the trunk, it's probably already dead already. And it's been here and we don't know what this Reverend is doing. So let's just go with a young lady's voice, maybe for Kelly. High pitched, man. I'll try to keep it high pitched. More feminine. I guess, as best I can do. I'm not good with female voices that much.
As you and Church reach the car, the trunk door flips open. A head pops out, mouth open wide and snarling, and it lunges for Kelly, who leaps away. The zombie sits up, but ropes bind its arms and legs, so it just thrashes against the interior of the trunk, snapping its pointed teeth with deep growls. Church steps in front of the trunk and holds his arms up like the preacher he is, but he holds out his hands to stop the crowd from advancing. This isn't what it looks like.
Please. This isn't what it looks like. Go, please don't kill it.
It doesn't look like a zombie is tied up in the back of your caddy, Parker says, his voice all sarcasm.
All right, so Parker's sarcastic. So we'll get a snarky tone for Parker. All right, so Parker sounds like maybe late 20s something, maybe. So let's go with snarky tone. Okay. Doesn't look like somebody's tied up in the back of your trunk, dude. I don't know if he would say dude. That's kind of really very like old vernacular. I mean, maybe we'll make say, yeah, he'll use that infuriating bruh. He'll say, we'll make him we'll make him like, like kind of college age, 22, uses a lot of like incredibly annoying Generation Z vernacular, like, okay, so literally, bruh, there's somebody tied up in the back of your trunk. Seriously? Really?
No, I'm just saying this isn't just any zombie. This man has been my partner, my pastor, for years. And yes, I got him tied up, but it ain't that simple.
This man has been my pastor for years. I have him tied up. He is not a danger to any of you. Please, don't kill him.
Kill the damn thing, Riley yells from the front of his Chevy, pistol drawn. From behind him, Nora leans over and tries to peer around her son.
I'm gonna kill that damn thing. What is wrong with you, man? Excuse me.
You
tied up a pastor? Damn, what'd he do? Sermon too long? Dante jokes.
All right, Dante is a jokester, I assume, personality. So Dante, maybe 30-ish or something, maybe 33 or so. Lots of jokes on the side, something like that, inappropriate, stuff like that. So we'll make Dante's voice be kind of jovial and never serious and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see here.
Kill the damn. You tied up a pastor? Damn. What'd he do? Sermon too long? Dante jokes.
Hey, tied up the pastor? I mean, how long was the sermon? Was he really that bad?
Brody holds back Madison, who shoves him away, and Rachel and her crew stand at the outer edge of the circle of survivors. Jamie and Woody advance by your side.
Okay, Jamie and Woody. Got my phalanx here going here. I got wing persons here, which is really good. I know I can trust Woody, and I know Jamie can be trusted. All right. I know Riley's ready to pop off.
As the zombie flails, you see he's wearing blue boxers with a pattern of tiny white crosses, and his spines are purple and gold ropes you'd expect to see holding back a line outside a nightclub.
So they used nightclub-like things to bind him. That does not sound very secure. It sounds like a zombie could probably break out of that, but he's got him tied down pretty well. What was he doing? What was a preacher doing in a nightclub? I mean, none of my business, folks. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, like, did he find him in a nightclub? Is that why he got killed? I mean, it'd be so nice to get some more stories here.
Tell us what this is about, I say, needing to know more details before deciding what to do. Radio button. Check.
Okay.
1 of 5.
And here's where we're going to have to show some leadership. Do we just kill this thing, or do we get some information? If we get some information, we could get, as I recall, the more questions you ask, the better you build a relationship with people. But also, that could endanger us if this creature breaks loose and bites into somebody. And if they bite somebody, that means we're going to lose that person. And we don't want to lose people. They could always be used as cannon fodder for any enemy attacks. So I think, let's see the other choices.
Are you keeping him there in the hopes there will be a cure one day? Are you trying to save him? Radio button. Unchecked. 2 of 5.
No, we don't care about that.
I killed a zombie. There's nothing to discuss. Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 5.
All right, that's a little hard.
You have a zombie in his underwear tied up and jammed in the trunk of your car. You have a lot to explain. Radio button. Unchecked.
We're not going to ask him 2 minutes.
I don't need to know what's going on here. Church. Just close the trunk and leave. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 5.
We want to stay. We want the car. We're going to kill the zombie, I have a feeling.
Next. Button.
Let's,
I don't. You have a zombie. You have a zombie in his. I killed a zombie. There's nothing. I killed a zombie. There's nothing to discuss. Are you keeping him there in the hopes there will be a cure one day? Are you keeping him there in the hopes there will be a cure one day? Are you trying to save him? Tell us what this is about. I say, needing to know more details before deciding what to do.
No, we're just gonna kill it.
Are you keeping? I killed a zombie. There's nothing to discuss. Radio button. Uncheck. 3 of 5.
Just kill the
Check.
zombie. We don't have time for this silly story.
You have a. I don't. Next. Button.
Let's go.
As you raise your sledgehammer, Church steps between you and the infected. Hold on. Just hear me out. And once I speak my piece, you can kill him if you want.
Hold on, big man. Let me just tell you my story. Please, in the name of God, please lower that giant weapon. Don't kill him yet. Let me tell you what's going on. I have a reason for this. I'm not crazy.
You hold back for now, waiting for the right time to kill that thing. Church drops his hands and takes a deep breath. I'm not keeping him tied up because I think the cure's coming. And I'm not into anything kinky, if that's what your sinful minds are thinking. I got him tied up to hold out his suffering.
All right.
Everyone blinks. This fool has been cheating with my wife for months. On the day of the outbreak, I caught him in bed with my Bernice. Well, ex-wife, I guess, cause she was dead. Pastor Joe, that was the sumbitch's name, called me of all people to help. Long story short, she was infected, went to sleep, and when she woke up, she was turning into the damned. Joe bashed her head in with a hardcover copy of the King James Bible. Anyway, the bastard didn't even try to hide his ill-begotten escapades. He threw on his drawers and put a sheet over Bernice. In his defense, Joe was freaked out. He was in the pastor's retreat sitting on the edge of the bed, smoking a J and crying. In the bed was Bernice, naked except for a pair of socks. Her feet were always cold due to poor circulation. Turns out, Joe was infected too. When he started twitching, I knocked his ass out and tied him up with ropes we use for sectioning off parts of the church.
Oh, so that's what's going on. He was cheating with my Bernice. I want him to suffer. This is his suffering. God has told me this. He was having sex with her. And then he killed her with the King James Bible. Can you believe that? Such sacrilege. Just can't believe he did that. Just defaming the Lord like that. Doing this to me, stabbing me in my back, she and him, both. Riley steps in. What does that have to do with us? We don't care about that. You got a zombie in your trunk. We don't care if she's your ex-woman or whatever. She needs to go down. Wait, but I got more to tell you. Before, just hear me out. You said you'd listen to me. Speed it up, old man.
No one says a word for a while. Everyone either stares at Church pacing by the back of the Cadillac or Zombie Joe struggling against the ropes.
It's okay. Lord's gonna make you pay for what you did to my Bernice. Taking what I had, using what I had. Your suffering is perfect.
That story is messed up, Parker says.
Man, that is one messed up story.
Look, I know this all seems crazy, Church says, hands on the top of his head. This man betrayed me and everything we stood for. I can't help but hold vengeance in my heart. It's wrong, I know, because only the Lord has the authority to judge a man. But Joe asked for God's forgiveness before he died. I believe he truly meant it, and the good book says, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us for our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. So, if Joe died, he'd go to heaven with a clean soul, living in paradise for eternity.
This man has asked me to help him atone for his sins. I am helping him do that. It's okay. This is his penance to God. He knows what he did was wrong to me. I'm making him pay the way he asked me to. This is his final wish, to be this creature. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? Vengeance is the Lord's. It is not ours. It is God's right to pass on divine judgment, not us humans on this planet. What y'all are doing is wrong. You got to let this play out. I don't think he's gonna be cured. I'm not trying to save him. I don't have anything weird. I'm not a kinky guy. I'm not trying to do anything untoward. I'm not trying to do anything wrong. I'm just doing what I feel the Lord would want me to do.
Church shakes his head, and his bottom lip quivers. That man needs to suffer a while, he says, pointing at the zombie in the car. If he dies, his pain is over. God may forgive him, but I ain't ready just yet.
He needs to suffer. He's not ready. He's not suffered enough. He needs more time.
Next, button.
All right. What do we do here? I don't think we had a choice.
Next, button.
See.
Church shakes. Look, I know that story is messed. No one says a word. This fool has been cheating. Everyone blinks. Church drops his hands and takes a deep breath.
there isn't
I'm not
any
keeping him tied
choices
up because
on
I think
this page.
you hold back for now. As you raise your sledgehammer, Church steps between. You hold back for now, waiting for the right time to kill that thing.
All right, well, we're just holding back our sledge. We're holding back Thumper.
Church, no one, that story is messed up. Look, Church shakes his, next, button, next,
Let's go
button.
next.
This is, as the sun reaches the highest point of the tree line, your group stands before Reverend Dunbar Church's Cadillac. It's open trunk and tied up Pastor Joe, now Zombie Joe.
All right, Zombie Joe.
We can't have an infected with us, Jamie says, staring with tired eyes at the writhing creature. What if he got out of those ropes?
I think Jamie, I'm getting confused on a couple of things. So Jamie is more reasonable. Like Jamie and Woody are much more reasonable. So I'll have a little trouble separating their personalities a little bit. We'll make Woody be a little bit more philosophical. Jamie be a little bit more directive with a little bit higher leadership. So Jamie's it's going to speak up a little bit more logically, be a little bit more logical.
As the sun reaches we can't have an infected with us, Jamie says, staring with tired eyes at the writhing creature. What if he got out of those ropes?
Listen, Reverend, or whoever you are, we can't have an infected with us. If it just scratches one of us, that could be it. And then we lose another person. You're not thinking straight.
We don't even know how the virus transmits to others. What if it becomes airborne? Madison says from the back of the circle.
We don't even know how it transmits. We don't know if it's a scratch. It could be anything. It could be airborne. They call that aerosol, I think. What is it called? That organization? CED or something like that? Riley steps in. It doesn't matter. If you get touched by those things, whether it's blood, a scratch, or bite, you're probably dead. What you're doing is stupid.
Princess is right. That thing could infect us all, Kelly says, her voice bold and severe. We don't know how this thing spreads.
All right, so Kelly's a little snarky, calling Madison princess. Okay, let's see. Kelly, Kelly, I thought we made Kelly like a little younger kind of girl, but maybe she's a little older. I'm going to reassess this a little bit. Maybe she's a little bit more on the snarky side a little bit. So she's going to go, okay. Little princess is right. We don't know how this thing spreads. We don't know every part of it. So we need to be careful.
Parker makes the sign of the cross. There's suffering, and there's this.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Man, this is suffering. Man, and then this is even worse.
Glancing at Tommy, you notice him looking away from the zombie, and his hands ring the metal of his rifle.
All right. Tommy's some silent type over there. Got his rifle ready. That's good.
Jillian sits on the hood of the Cadillac. Everyone else is joining our group. Let's add Zombie Joe, too.
All right, Jillian is a little weird.
I doubt Joe is even in there, Driver says, pointing to the zombie. He's not the person he used to be. He's not suffering, because he has no thoughts and feels nothing.
I don't think he's suffering. He's not feeling anything. I do want to say one of the comments was to keep Driver. So we do have Driver in the group. So
this is the Revs thing, Woody states. He should take care of that infected how he sees fit. He's the only one been wronged.
Woody's, of course, philosophical, more reasonable. We should let him handle it the way he wants to handle it, everybody. If he believes that this person wronged him, who are we to step in?
Kill it already, Riley calls out. When you turn to gaze at him, he nods his head at the trunk and mouths the words. Do something.
Kill it already. Game, you know what to do. You've done it before. Let's just finish this and move on.
As the group calls out their opinions on how to handle the situation, you.
All right.
Step aside, Church. I'm not letting that thing live for another second. I say and kill the zombie. Radio button. Check.
All right,
1 of
now
9.
we need to make a decision. I don't think we're going to even blink. This thing's going down.
As the group called, step aside, Church. I'm not letting that thing live for another second. I say and kill the zombie. Radio button. Check. 1 of 9.
That's already pre-checked.
Church, we can't keep a zombie with us like this. It's too risky. Either you kill him, or we will. Radio button. Uncheck. 2
I
of
am
9.
not relying on this person to kill anything.
Church, what do you want to do with the zombie now? Radio button. Unchecked. 3 of 9.
All right, we're not asking Church's opinion.
Church, you can do what you want. Just make sure that thing stays away from the rest of us. Radio button. Unchecked. 4 of 9.
I don't think so.
Church, you have every right to torture this man for what he's done. Keep Joe if you want to. Radio button. Unchecked. 5 of 9.
Well, we could have Zombie Joe with us. I don't know. This is a strange decision. I don't think we want Zombie Joe with us. That could be dangerous. How much time do we have left here?
Time is 0 hour, 0 minute, 56 seconds.
All right, we're out of time. All right. This is tough. Now, I'm really not wanting to give you all a chance to decide what we do here, but I wouldn't be a very good content creator if I didn't allow you all to personally become invested in this story. So if you all want me to keep Zombie Joe, please leave it in the comments. But if you'd like me to do something different, which means killing Zombie Joe, you can leave that in the comments because I am very much going to kill it. But if y'all want me to keep it, I might consider it. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Leave your like a little informal poll. If you want to keep Zombie Joe, go ahead and leave a comment. And if you have any other opinions, of course, I'm going to play it the way I want to play. Ultimately, I don't promise anything, but I do feel I want you all to make many decisions throughout the playing of this story. But that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much, everybody. Love yourself, each other. Always be kind, even during the zombie apocalypse, unless they have somebody tied up in the trunk, in which case, don't be so kind. And keep gaming accessibly every day with Mike, and I'll hear you all next week on Zombie Exodus Safe Haven Episode 3, where we find out if Zombie Joe will be part of the group or will be heinously sledgehammered by Thumper. All right, folks, take care.